My hair has no idea what it wants to do today. Hey everyone, it's Joyel and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to kind of discuss what is my curl pattern, what is my hair type. But of course, before we get started, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. And if you are the owner of a business and would like your promo to sponsor a video, please send me an email at sharmainejoyel@gmail.com. But let's get started. So for today's video, I just kind of wanted to discuss what my curl pattern is. Obviously, I have type 4 hair, afro, kinky hair, but as my hair has been growing, obviously begun to find and recognize different kinds of patterns on my head. I do not believe that I am 100% 4C. I do have 4C on my head, but I honestly think I'm a combination of probably type 4A, B, C, and then maybe a tiny bit of even 3C at the very like nape of my neck. I know a few of you have noticed that for a while now, I have actually stopped putting 4C in the title of my videos and have been naming them as just natural hair type 4 or type 4 natural hair. Personally, it's because I just was tired of seeing all the like comments and people literally like going to war down there over whether I was 4C or 4B or whether I even had type 4 hair, which in the long run, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Healthy hair is good hair. I just want healthy hair at this point. But it has been interesting to see how my curl patterns have changed or how they've actually developed over the last 2 years. So April 7th will be my 2-year big chop anniversary, by the way, so I do have that coming up. So let's go ahead and just take a look real quick. I'm going to be including shots of my hair and like pictures, especially shots from when I used the bentonite clay. That clay really defined my curls and gave me enough definition to, I think, better identify some of these curl patterns. I think it'll be easier for you guys to kind of see what my hair looks like when it's defined and when it's not defined. So if you do see some repeat clips from the previous video, that is why. This is my overall guess. Yes, my whole head is basically type 4. I know for a fact that the crown of my head is 4C. It's the kinkiest, tightest part of my hair. It also has the most shrinkage out of any parts of my hair and is much thicker. My crown has always been a very thick and dense area for me to work with. And then with the front and the sides, I really want to say that those are probably like 4A, 4B. And then the back is a combination of like 4B and 4C. But I have, and it's so random, it's literally so random, where I have this random patch literally at like base of my neck that is such a looser curl pattern than anywhere else on my head. It honestly looks like my sister's hair, and she has like 3B, 3C curls. It's much finer than any other areas of my hair. Even when I had my relaxers at the time, the base of my neck was always the easiest part for me to flat iron. It was always, I guess you could say, it had more flow to it. Now, without definition, it's still very obvious to me that the front part of my hair is a looser texture, but my hair doesn't hold definition unless it honestly has tons of gel on it. The defined curls or the ringlets that you see when I am deep conditioning or right after I apply a leave-in, they don't stay that way. Yeah, so the defined curls don't stay on my hair. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme where it has like how your wash and go started and it has a picture of Drake, and then at the bottom it's like how it looks like a couple hours later and it shows Prince with his afro. That's literally me. Wash and goes are literally, the whole purpose of them for me is just to add moisture and leave into my hair. It's just like, cool, we're at a fro. Like a fro is my go-to. That's what my hair just naturally looks like. Right now I have it stretched. I've been 2-strand twisting them in like little random sections all over my head the last couple days. Just kidding, not last night. I just threw a bonnet on last night. I've been stretching my hair out more. So this is what it looks like. My type 4 hair looks like while stretched. You can tell the front is a little bit looser. These pieces are much thicker. I had to put these in so many small chunks and they still clump together in like these huge pieces. But the very back, I don't know if it'll show very well here, but the back right here is the loosest pattern on my entire head. I don't know if you guys can even see that. This whole part is probably the loosest curl pattern I have. It's very, wow, yeah, even right now I can feel it's so much finer than the other areas. And then up here on my crown, so probably from like here down to about here and around. So like this whole area right here is the thickest part. So like the crown and like the top back part of my head is the thickest, coarsest, kinkiest, coiliest part of my head. So for me, I find it easier to just identify as type 4, and if you guys can relate, you know, but I love hearing you when you guys tell me that, you know, you have the same hair type, the same curl pattern, or, you know, the same results with your hair, you know, looks very similar. But being on the internet, like, just to avoid that conflict, I just put type 4. And honestly, I feel like it makes the most sense for me since I have multiple patterns of type 4 on my head. When I first big chopped, so right after I big chopped, my assumption was that I had all 4C hair because that is what I had witnessed previously with my hair, the previous times that my hair had gone natural, and just what I had been told when I was growing up while I had been natural. But obviously as it's grown out and I've allowed my curls to have time to kind of come into their own, I didn't want to label it too fast, especially so early in my journey. I think we sometimes make that mistake if you've never really dealt with your natural hair for like, I think for probably like a full honest year of like healthy natural hair growth. I don't feel like it's fair to box yourself into a specific curl pattern just yet. Maybe find, you know, I would focus more on your porosity levels. That's kind of what I did. I was focused on my porosity, which was low. I have low porosity hair, and then I know that I have a kinky hair type. And just because it's kinky, obviously type 4 is where that fits. But as for like whether I was 4A or 4B or 4C specifically, I honestly didn't focus on that at all. It wasn't until probably like a couple months ago that I was like, oh, I feel like I can distinctively see the curl pattern for each section of my head. And I feel more comfortable now being able to be like, okay, these are the curl patterns I have on my head, or these are the ones that I can confidently identify. So for me, I think I will continue to say I have type 4 hair because I honestly have such a mixture of patterns on my head. I think many of us have more than one pattern on our head. I just feel like it's so much easier just be like, I have type 4 hair with low porosity. Type 4 hair does not make crazy. For those that are wondering if I had to pick a label for my entire head in general, what would I identify my hair as? I'm gonna throw 4A out of there. I'm gonna go with 4B because it's right smack dab in the center. Like, I really want to say 4C, but a part of me feels like I'm gonna tick somebody off if I say that. I don't know. I honestly can't pick. I'm just gonna go with type 4, screw it. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it kind of curbed that curiosity for some of you guys out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please, again, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to check out your Untamed and Unashamed merch. Keep blooming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.